So for those that don't already know, I do replay reviews on Fiverr. Now I do a lot of replay analysis, I usually don't upload them, but in this one I do cover a lot of things that I really think will help you guys, so I wanted to upload it onto the channel. Now this is a 3v3 Champ 2 lobby, so with all that being said, let's get into it. Now one thing I do notice when I get teammates that are paired, is that they kind of play as a 2, and you're kind of like the odd third man. And I find that you have to put extra concentration into your positioning. Because Hendrix is a lot further from the ball here, I think you could have went for this. You know, if you was quick, you could have went up for this. Maybe you was thinking about this Clark guy bumping you. I'm not too sure. Because you have to remember, you're in a 3v3 here, so you've always got a man behind you. So your teammate is back here. So even if you went for this, and you ended up like missing, or you got beat to the ball somehow, your third man would be here ready. Because the only thing the other team can really do if they was to beat you to this ball is they could just hit it towards your goal. So your teammate's effectively going to get a free ball, because obviously that Clark isn't going to have any boost because he's just taking kickoff. So I think if you're ever cheating up on a kickoff and you do get a ball like this, you have to go quick for it. You have to be ready to go really fast to the ball. But it's not necessarily wrong that you didn't go for that ball. Like, so what you did was fine. It's just if you want to maximize your opportunities, that was one that you could have taken. Now here, this is good. This is really good play, because you're respecting the other team. You know that he has a hit on it, and you kind of fake challenge, and it makes him hit it away, and you're ready. Your teammate gets a bad touch. You're taking really good pathings. Like, I really like your positioning and your pathing. Now no, it's too heavy a touch. So you're going into the ball too quick here. So as this ball rolls around here, you have to realize how much time you have. As the ball comes towards you, you can do like a little jump, a little tiny jump, and that will kind of help keep the ball down on the floor and stop it going up. Because if you drive into the ball, then the ball's always going to go up if it's rolling towards you. Because you get this, like, it's kind of a hard hit, and like here. So if you did a little jump now, then the ball would stay grounded. And then once you do that here, now you've kind of lost control of the ball. So what I would do here is you want to be hitting the ball over to the side. You don't want to try and hit this ball forward, because the ball's gone too far away from you. So therefore you have to realize, oh, my touch is bad, so therefore I have to try and keep control of this ball. Because you've made a bad touch to the side here, you're baiting in your third man. So your third man in his head's going to think, oh, I can go for this ball, and then that's going to leave you with no one back. And so you try and go for a forward play. What's going to happen now is you're going to try and play this forward, and Hendrix is going to beat you to the ball. Your teammate that was driving away from you, he's got no boost. Your third man's going to be baited into it. That means he's going to be coming towards the ball because he thinks that he can go for it now. And what's going to happen is you're going to have no one like back ready to defend. You do get a good 50. Now don't go for this, that's good. Still don't go for it. No, don't go, because your teammate's there. Can you see your teammate driving? So all that's going to happen now, you pushing up on this ball, you're going to leave your third man back on his own. All you're doing is you're effectively turning it into a 3v2, because if you're in the same position as your teammate, you're just a one. You might as well just have one car. Because you put yourself in a bad position here, you've forced yourself into another awkward decision, because now you're thinking, right, oh, do I go for this? Is he going to beat me? Because he's just going to hit this round you, right? Because where you are, you're just going to drive towards the ball. He's going to hit it to your left, towards the wall, and then he's just going to beat you. And what I said before is going to become true, because your teammate's going to be left in at least a 2v1. And where you need to realize is that you don't need to go forward, is you need to see your teammates there. So if you wait back here now, if you kind of even wait where you are now, maybe drive to the left slightly, because you've got your teammate behind you, so he should be covering goal, so therefore you can cover the left side. What's going to happen is your teammate's going to drive towards the ball, and then the guy on the other team's going to try and beat him, and he's going to hit the ball to where you are now. So because you drive forward, that means the ball's going to go behind you. But if you just stayed where you are now, that means they're going to hit the ball to you and you're going to have a free ball. But because you push up too far, you just put yourself in an awkward position. Okay, this is good. No need to jump there. What you did the other side, do you remember near the start of the game when you was on the right side of the pitch and you just drove up to the play and then you drove away? That's what you should have done here. So you did the right thing before, but this time you did the wrong thing because you dived in. Because you have to think about what you're actually doing here. Now, if you was to get a 50, yeah, just say you did reach this ball before you hit it away and you got a 50. What have you effectively accomplished? Not much. You're going to get a 50. The ball's probably going to drop somewhere near the boost and your teammate's last back, remember? So even if the ball does go slightly middle, all you're doing is baiting your third man in. So your third man's going to come forward because he's going to think, I can go for the ball. Remember what happened before? And then he's going to come forward and then you're going to have nobody back and you get that same process again. So you're actually harming yourself by going for this ball. It's so much better if you just don't. So just do what you did before. If you drive up to this ball and he hits it away, look, free ball. You've got a free ball now. You and your teammate have an attack. But because you put yourself out the play, now your teammate's got to attack alone. Okay, both teammates forward, just wait, right. Now this is an awkward ball, so I don't want to say too much about it, but what you could do here, you could go to the wall here and you could let the ball touch your car, so you control it on the wall. I mean, it is a difficult touch, but it's definitely something you can practice in free play. You can have a training shot set up where the ball just hits to the corner like this, and then you just have to practice driving up the wall and catching the ball on the wall. If you drive up and catch this on the wall now, you're stopping the ball from going in front of your goal, and obviously that's always better than letting it go in front of your goal, because even if you're ready in front of your goal, there's still an opportunity for them to score. But yeah, you turn and you actually get quite lucky there, because if he beats you to that, then he could have a shot like top corner. Now this is the same thing again that I was saying before. Hopefully you do it this time. Just fake the challenge, drive up to it, because he has the control of the ball. If you get a 50 here, there's not really much point, like, because you're going to get a 50 and nothing's going to happen. But he leaves you the ball. Now this is good. So one thing that will happen at Champ that's different to higher level lobbies is that Champs will just try and take a shot here. You need to realize how many options you have here. They've given you so much time by driving away from the ball because they're afraid of the shot. That's why they're driving away. They're trying to cover the goal. But what that does is it opens up so many possibilities for you to then make a play. So you can try and pass the ball to the left if your teammate's there. Now I can't see him in view at the moment, so he's probably not there. He's probably too far back. At this rank, you won't be able to trust your teammate's positioning. Now if this was a higher level lobby, you would probably have your third man by the halfway line, so you can kind of trust passing the ball across here. What you can also do is you can get to the right side of the ball and you can just take a little touch to the left, play it infield. So you take a hit to the side and then take a shot, but I'm guessing you just try and shoot. Yeah, you just try and go straight for goal. You actually do really well because you managed to get it in front of your goal, but it's very hard for your teammate to expect this to happen. Like, and that's the trouble, is that when you go for these like awkward plays where you have to rely on making a 50 or get a deflection or something weird happens, because it's so weird, your teammate's not going to expect it. So it's going to be very hard for your teammate to read that play and then be in the position that he needs to be in. Yeah, now you want to get boost and just get back to goal. That's your only job here, which you do effectively. Now just leave this, just stay in goal. Yeah, this is good. It's a really good play. Now you've got free time here. So in training, like, set up a training pack where you've got a ball bouncing like this, just bouncing towards you. And then practice all different things that you can do. You can go for a dribble play here. You can catch it, go for a dribble, try and dribble it down the pitch and flick the goalkeeper or whatever. You know, try and make a play that way. You can go for an aerial play if you want, where you hit it up into the air and you try and go for an aerial play. But what I'm saying is, because you've got like 100 boost here, you've got so many options and you've got so many things that you can do. I don't mind the booming play, but I'm pairing this with your other play when you was in the corner, the right corner of the field. You know, when I said you should cut the ball in. It's just them little moments is where you need to shine. Like, that's your chance to create something and make something happen. And you're going to mess up. It's going to happen. That's fine. Like, you know, you might try and go for an air dribble here and it just completely doesn't work out and you completely mess it up. That's absolutely fine, because it's all practice. It's all part of the learning process. Like I say, I don't mind the boom there. That's, you know, because your teammate was downfield. But you messed it up. That's all. Now leave this for your teammate. This is good. Get that boost so they can't get it. That's good. Now push forward a little bit here. You're a little bit too far back. You want to be kind of halfway line, because you know you could have had a chance of getting to this ball. Your teammate on the left hand side here, yeah, he's now going to be rotating back, or he should be. Your teammate on the right hand side is now going for the ball. So you're effectively now transitioning to second man. So that means you want to be ready to support your teammate with the play. So that's why you need to push forward here. Because what are they going to do? They can't score from where the ball is and where they are. Your teammate does this. You could have pushed up a little bit more at this time. There's not really much you can do with this ball, obviously. But what I'm saying is that you being in that position, you're ready to create a play or make a play happen. So that's just your transitioning speed. You just need to work on, getting forward, getting back, like fast. This is fine. That's all okay. I like the boost management. You're saving your boost here. This is good. You're just waiting. Yep, this is fine. Just wait. You're pushing up a little bit too far now, because the difference here to the time before, when I just said push up to the halfway line, the difference now is the other team have possession of the ball. Like before, the other team didn't have possession of the ball. Like the ball was bouncing around. Nobody really had possession. But here, look, he's just taken possession of that ball. So he's taken possession to the corner. So now there's no point pushing up to the middle, because all you're pushing up to the middle for is you're hoping for some, deflection off the wall or something, or he's going to knock it out to you. So you can just wait here where you are now. You're fine here. See, now you push up too far. Now you've gone too far. And I'm pretty sure you cut your teammate off. Yeah, so you're cutting your teammate off here because he's on the left. And then what's going to happen again is you two are going to be in the same position. And then you're not covering the whole field. So where you was before is where you wanted to stay. Because now you see you're kind of under the ball. Do you notice where you was under the ball there? You've made it awkward for yourself. Now take it, yeah, it's too heavy. So this is what happened. Do you remember at the start of the game when you drove into the ball and knocked it up? You're driving into the ball too hard. So as this ball comes here, just go really slow. Go really slow here. Take a very light touch. Like just almost let the ball hit your car, and then you will take possession. But because you hit it hard, you give them a shot, and they nearly scored from it. Yeah, that's fine. You hit it to the side. That's good. Now, be careful because your goal's open. I can see there you don't have awareness of your teammates. Like, I knew your teammate would be pushing up on that left-hand side. Yeah, it was just a bit of confusion there between you and your teammate. You both didn't know where to be. I mean, I don't mind that. Like, the trouble is, again, there's not really much point. There's not really much point in there. You just see your teammate, yeah, so he's rotating behind you. So he's going to be driving away from the play. So therefore, if you get a hit here, like, what are you hoping happens with your hit? I guess you're hoping you can hit it into the sidewall and get across. But I just think if you was to take a single jump 50 here, I think you would have more options because you would give yourself possession of the ball. So when you drive here, if you wasn't driving so fast, like, and you was going a bit slower to this ball, if you was just a single jump 50, you would slow the play down. And then maybe you would have to go for another 50 after that. One thing you will do by doing that is you'll create time. But by hitting this away, you just kind of make it awkward again. Yeah, you're driving into the play. Yeah, you never want to be going, like, rotating towards the play. You always want to rotate because you made it awkward for your teammate. You could have even hit this ball as you was flipping and almost scored an own goal. So you just want to rotate behind the play. But only a slight mistake. He's trying to bump you. Yep, that's good. He was aware of that. That's good. Just wait. Okay, he's messed up. Take a soft touch. Again, too heavy. If you thought maybe that he had a flip or something, I can understand this. By hitting this away, you give yourself one option, and that's to bounce it off the wall and then try and hopefully hit it again. You always want to try and give yourself as many options as possible. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, your goal's open here, so you don't want to go for that boost. You want to cut middle here, like go straight middle. Because if they hit this in, goal. And here it comes. I can see it. Yep, there it is. And that's because you just wasn't aware. So you just have to work on your awareness, because I've noticed there's been a few times in this game when you wasn't sure where your teammates were. I always say it's very important to know where your teammates are at all times. And that doesn't mean you have to consciously keep thinking about where your teammates are. Through solo queuing, you should know that players' positioning isn't really going to be defensive. They're going to be more attacking. And you know what I said at the beginning of the game? When you get a pair, they always play as a team of two. They always try and pass to each other, always try and, make plays together. So therefore you have to make sure that, you're covering the goal. And the mistake you made was you went for the side boost. So after you tried to make this play here, you get this boost, you turn like a sharp left and you head down the middle of the field. So here, like that's fine, that's fine, the bump on the goalie, I understand that. You could go for the bump on this guy coming in, I guess, as well. That would be fine. But the one thing you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be going over those side boosts, because look where your teammate is now. Your teammate now is getting ready for the pass. So therefore your job has to be rotate behind him. That should be your number one goal. So you go for this bump, and even this is fine. Like, you're way out of position at the moment, but even this is fine because you can recover. Just turn left now, straight towards your goal. But you don't. You go for this boost, and that's what costs you ultimately. And what you might find yourself doing in games like this is you'll blame your teammates. You'll be like, oh, where's my teammates? Why aren't they back? But it's realizing who your teammates are. You have to realize how they play. Like, there's been a few times in this game where your teammates have pushed forward. That time I mentioned before when, you push too far to the right, and I said, your goal's going to be open. You can't push up that far. So after the kickoff here, you wasn't sure what to do. Now you got that boost taken, and I'm not sure if that back boost is there or not, but if it is, then obviously just go for the back boost, rotate behind Raw, and then be ready, for whatever happens. You make this turn here, which puts you in a bad position for this boom, but I would have kept turning right, because you're killing your momentum. Because you're turning right, then you're turning left, you've not got that momentum anymore. You're slowing yourself down, so just keep turning right here. Just turn right and rotate back to your goal. Because you turn left, you see how you just make this awkward for yourself. And then after this hit here, you have to get a touch on this, because there could be someone behind you ready to shoot. So you have to jump at it and try and hit it to the corner, try and hit it safe. You never want to let this bounce over your head like that, because there's always going to be someone ready to shoot, especially in 3v3. So that goal was down to your positioning. And because even after your bad positioning, there was an opportunity for you to stop that attack. It seems now, since that first goal, that you're kind of second questioning yourself. Like here, you're kind of wondering to go, because you're thinking, oh, is Praying Mantis going to come off the wall and shoot this? Like, you've let indecision in your head, and it's kind of getting to you at this moment in this game, because this ball's just going to drop down. So just be under it, ready to catch it. But even that, even if you don't, you want to drive up to the wall here. You can drive up to the wall here, just drive left up to the wall, and you can let it bounce. Yeah, so you're on the wall now. The ball bounces like this, and you're still on the wall. Because if you're on the wall, you can jump out to this ball and you can block it. So nobody can shoot, like you're covering the shot. And then you're also giving yourself the option to jump out and knock it over the player's head if he does come forward, like to try and challenge. So if Praying Mantis comes forward now, or this guy, you're on the wall when you're ready to knock it out over his head. Yeah, your teammate was a little bit too slow there. Now the safest player is to drive this ball back to your corner, because when you turn on it, you just give them a chance to get a 50-50 and then make a play onto your goal. Yeah, that's a tough situation. This isn't really your fault, really, because, you should never be left back in this position, but I kind of feel like your team's given up a bit here. But I'll speak about this in case you ever get this in your other games. If this ever happens, there's not really much you can do, because you're left in a 3v1. You can't challenge the ball and save it at the same time. The only thing you can try and do here is you can try and get to this ball early, or you can just fake the challenge, you can not boost forward like this. But it is very difficult. You're in a difficult position because he can fake you, he can hit it, his teammate can come and bump you. There's so many options they have to outplay you. That's why you never want to be left in a 2v1, obviously. But yeah, that's not really your fault. There's not really much you can do there. So that is where we leave this video. I hope there was something in there that you can take away and apply to your own games. If you have a replay of your own that you want me to review, then I will be happy to. The link to my Fiverr is in the description of this video. But thanks for watching as always, and until next time.